Here I go again. Um, Somebody today had asked me a question. How can they connect into their heart space? Right now, there's a lot of intense emotions that are rising to the surface. There's a lot of people who are feeling tense and overwhelmed. And one of the easiest things that we can do to stay connected and kind of ride these waves of these intense emotions is to connect into our heart center. And how does one do that? I like to kind of divide it into beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And it all depends on your comfort level, where you're at in your journey of spirituality. But I feel like whatever resonates for you, that's what should work for you. And my method or my understanding of connecting to the heart center may be different than someone else's. So if what I'm saying doesn't resonate with you, then it's most likely not your truth. And you should seek something else that will help you find a connection. But how I connect into my heart space, there's the beginner way is to just stop for a moment when you're feeling overwhelmed. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. And then you take one of your hands, the left or the right, and you place it on your heart center. And then you close your eyes and you breathe. You slow your breath down and you start to focus on your breath. Every inhale and every exhale. And as you do that, you start to feel your hand on your chest, and then you start to feel this swirl of energy in your heart. And if your mind is racing, you just keep taking those breaths deeper and slower. And just feel that connection in your heart space. You can do this for a minute, and you can repeat it as many times as you need throughout a day. If you're feeling like nervous energy here in your solar plexus, and you can put one hand on your heart, one hand on the solar plexus, and just breathe. Just feel the connection, feel the calm, and think of thoughts of going to a place that brings you joy or peace, either by the ocean or in the forest, in an open field, under the night sky, whatever it is, just bring yourself to that place, connecting. That is connecting to your heart space. Beginners. If you want intermediate, stick around. If not, go off and connect to your heart space. But if you're looking for something a little bit more, when you are connecting into your heart space, you start to imagine that there are roots growing from the soles of your feet and branches and leaves growing from the top of your head. And if that doesn't resonate with you, you can just imagine this pipe or like this tube, almost like a tunnel, that's connecting all the way up to the cosmos. And it's coming all the way down in through your 12th chakra, the 11th, 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then the Earth star, and going all the way down into the core of Mother Earth, into the center, and just feel that tube inside of you. And as you do that, hand on your heart, and just imagine this flow of energy coming from Mother Earth, Father Sky, just flowing through that tube. And as it's flowing, you can bring in cosmic energy from up above and push it down into Mother Earth. And then you bring Mother Earth's energy from below and bring it up into the cosmic. So you're just creating this flow of energy. And when you do that, you start to feel connected. You start to feel connected into your heart space, but not only into your heart space, but into Mother Earth and Father Sky. So it becomes this loop. And then it brings you into this present moment. It slows things down. It kind of gets you here, right now. That's intermediate. And advanced for me now is bringing in the element of the Merkaba. And the Merkaba is a sacred geometrical shape. And it looks just like this. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, it's getting all shiny. And the Merkaba for me represents Merk, which is light, Ka, which is spirit, and Ba, which is body. So it's basically a vehicle for your spiritual and physical body, and it allows you to connect not only into your heart space, but into all that is. And how one could start to work with a Merkaba is to imagine that you are surrounded on the outside of you by a Merkaba. And just imagine light coming in, and you can imagine this like a few inches above the crown, and just imagine all of this beautiful light coming in and reflecting in all of these different angles and directions all around you, completely surrounding you by light. And then as you start to make that connection and that feeling, you can imagine that there's an actual Merkaba inside of your heart space. And when you bring that Merkaba inside of your heart space, you can imagine that light coming in from up above and lighting the Merkaba up. It can be whatever color. For me, it's gold. I have this golden Merkaba now that is shining inside of my heart space. And as that's happening, all of my chakras are activating, and there's this flow of energy that's starting to rise through my body. It's a vehicle. The Merkaba is a vehicle for ascension and for accessing multiple dimensions and going into alternate states of reality. And this is where we're able to kind of go in and look at our soul's blueprint and start to examine ourselves from a higher, more elevated spiritual self, a higher self. And that's where we start to transcend all of the lower vibrational energies. They don't exist in that realm. All you're surrounded by is love and light, unity, harmony. That's the place where I always try to go before I engage in something that triggers me, or I start to feel anxious, or my mind is starting to get a little overactive. This is what I do. I bring myself into my Merkaba, in my heart space. I bring in that light, and I allow that light to just kind of expand all around me. All of a sudden, all those things that were bugging me no longer bother me. I'm in this higher frequency, this higher place of love and understanding and compassion, and I'm able to see things from a higher perspective. And then I'm able to do some other cool energy things, which will be for another video because I'm already on 9 minutes. So whoever stuck around for beginner, intermediate, and advanced, thank you. And wishing you just peace and calm, and enjoy connecting into your heart space. And if you have any comments or would like to talk to me, I welcome you sending me a message. Lots of love to you, and happy Thursday. Okay, bye.